Website security is not exactly a beginner topic, and the subject goes very deep, but I think it's important for us to discuss at least one security concern at the beginner level, if for no other reason than because it's turned on by default in Rails, and you should understand what Rails is doing for you. In this movie, we'll be looking at cross-site request forgery. It's often abbreviated as CSRF, and sometimes pronounced CSRF. What is CSRF? Imagine that you log into your bank account via the bank's website. When you're done with your banking, you don't log out, you just close the browser window. Then you open up a new window and start surfing around until you visit another page on another website that includes a special image tag or another similar asset. Instead of linking to an actual image though, this special image tag tells your browser to make a request to your bank's website, and the request has been carefully constructed to do bad things. The site hosting this evil image tag may not even have bad intentions. The image could be in a user post or a comment. The evil image could even originate off the web from a spam email. The result is the same. Your browser thinks it's just asking for an image, and it gladly sends along any cookies or session information your bank's website needs with the request. From your bank's point of view, you're just a currently logged in customer with proper access credentials making another request, so it does what you asked. And the user will never see the image or know what happened in the background. Hence the name cross-site request forgery. It's forging a request to your bank's website. And it's a lot like stealing your checkbook and forging a check. But unlike checks, it doesn't just happen with bank websites. It can happen to you and your websites as well. So how do we prevent CSRF? There are many preventative measures that you could take, and your bank probably takes most of them. For example, the easiest is that we require someone to log in order to do important things. The second would be that you automatically log out users after they've been inactive for a short period of time. Handling GET and POST requests differently is also a good habit. In fact, any request that changes something in the application of the database should always be a POST request. GET requests should be read only. And then you should also make sure then that the actions that expect a POST request should only respond if it gets a POST request. Remember that Rails treats the parameters that it receives from a POST request or from a form the same way that it does from a GET request or from the URL string. So we want to make sure that we keep a good division between those. One easy way to do that is just to drop a little bit of code into our form processing actions. Unless the request that's been received is a post, so request.post question mark, then redirect to someplace else. Incidentally, we'll learn how to use before filters later to make this easier, and there's also plugins that'll do it for you. But post methods can still be faked, especially using Ajax. So Rails offers another protection too, and that's what I really want to focus on, which is the authenticity token. Rails automatically adds a hidden field to every web form that it displays. Don't believe me? Fire up your web browser and take a look at the forms that we created already. There's a hidden field that comes right after the form tag. The value of the hidden field is a unique token generated by the application and also stored in the user's session file. We'll talk more about sessions later. Then when the form is submitted, Rails knows what token to expect to arrive with the form data. It assures your application that this POST request came from a form that it generated, not from some evil link or some third-party code pretending to be the same code. Now Rails does all this automatically because of a line of code in the application controller. If we take a look inside app, inside controllers, you'll see that we have application controllers, the first file here, and all of our other controllers inherit from application controller. So it's the superclass that they all inherit from. So everything that's in application controller is also in our other controllers. And we have this line here, protect from forgery, and that's it. Just by having protect from forgery, we get that automatic behavior. If for some reason you don't want it, well then you can just comment it out, and that'll turn off that forgery protection, and it'll no longer worry about that hidden field and the authenticity token. But I think it is a good default setting to go ahead and turn it on. I just want to make sure that you understand what it is. There's one last thing that I want to mention to you on this subject, and it's more advanced than we're really going to cover in depth here. But if you're using Ajax in JavaScript requests, you still need to deal with this CSRF token and make sure that you have it available for your JavaScript and Ajax to use. It trips a lot of beginners up. Rails has made it really easy by giving you a helper method called CSRF meta tag that you can drop into the head of your layout. That's the HTML head tags. Inside there, you put the CSRF and it drop in the token that it needs as well as some JavaScript to help you out. So again, that's a little more advanced, but I just wanted to make sure that I gave you a tip that once you do get as far as learning JavaScript and Ajax, you will still need to make sure that token is still available to you. So there's really nothing for us to do in our applications for cross-site request forgery, but I think it is important for you to understand what Rails is doing on your behalf.